Children, as you are hearing from all sides that how our Bollywood industry is reported to be sinking in narcotics. Narcotics means drugs. So drugs destroy families, children. They are so scary. So I will just make you aware that how the drug abuse can take the life away. So we must say no to drug and yes to life, children. Chapter combustion and flame, and I have already catched up the combustion part. So moving towards flame. Flame is nothing but the visible part of the fire. Visible part of the fire because the flame actually looks like the fire which has the golden appearance. You can say very robust appearance of the fire is only because of the flame. So we will study today about the structure of the flame, children. The structure of the flame will be very interesting to know because flame, as you know, that gives us heat and it burns us also many a time when we remain little much careless. But flame is not that type of you can say substance or part of the fire which is uniformly heated. The different zones of the flame I will tell you, and these zones are non-uniformly heated. So this I am going to tell you today. I am giving you chapter combustion and flame, and I have already captured the part combustion and moving towards flame, turning my class towards the flame. And children, flame is the very interesting part of the chapter because this is we have got the idea that how combustion is nothing but giving fire, burning fire, and I have explained you about the fire triangle etc. also. But very interesting to know about the flame. Why? Because the flame is the visible fire. The fire we see from our naked eye is nothing but the flame, and that flame has interesting colors in it, and that is why it looks very glowy. And the flame not only looks beautiful but it can burn also, and it burns also because whenever we get little careless, the flame burns us. So the flame is hot, no doubt it is hot, but my question here is that is this hot fire or what we are calling flame is everywhere uniformly hot? This answer we will try to discover in my today's class, children, and you will find it interesting, I am sure. Children, I try to give an enhanced idea about the flame. चलिए फ्लेम के बारे में थोड़ा जानते हैं और मुझे लगता है कि आप इसको पसंद भी करेंगे जानना. So what is flame? My first question is that the flame is nothing but the a word which has been taken from the Latin word flamma, children. The original word is the Latin word, that is flamma. From the flamma, the word flame has been derived. So in simple words, we can say that flames are a visible part of combustion reaction. As I am telling you, the flame looks very clear from our eye because it has a high glow in it, and that is why it is a visible part of combustion reaction. Combustion reaction is nothing but a chemical reaction, and you have good idea about that what type of chemical reaction is it. It is a very exothermic kind of chemical reaction. So during combustion, the fuel reacts with oxygen and produce huge amount of heat. It is very known thing now for you because you are studying about it since the beginning of the class, that how burning takes place and gives very huge amount of heat, and it needs a supporter of combustion, that is your oxygen. So due to this, the reactants get superheated. When the burning takes place, the reactants, which is what are reactants, children? Reactants are two things here: fuel and oxygen. Fuel combined with the oxygen, and oxygen helps the fuel to burn, and these are the reactants. Reactants means which is combining, and after the combination, the some products are produced, and they are called products. So product is what here? Carbon dioxide. You know that the produced after the combustion, water vapor, and heat energy. Heat energy is the most important thing because the burning we are doing only to get the heat and nothing else. Heat, and in addition to it, light also we get. So this is flame. This is my idea of flame that I have given you. But question arises here that how the flame will be produced. So flame will be produced only by burning a fuel. Without the fuel you cannot produce any flame. Means the combustible substance is very important. One of the part of the fire triangle is also a combustible substance or fuel. So fuel is very commonly known as those substances which produce heat and light, or you can say power by burning. The common fuels, what are these common fuels? You have enough, you can say, content in your mind so far you have collected in the different classes, that coal, petrol, natural gases will be some of the very ideal and you can say common fuel. The wax also is one of the fuel. You must have been remembering that during the fractional distillation of petroleum, one of the product of the petroleum is wax also, which is heavier hydrocarbon. So here we will understand about the flame. The structure of the flame is actually the topic of the class, and the structure of the flame is very you can say clearly visible in the candle flame. So I am taking candle as my specimen, or you can say वो एक ऐसी चीज जिससे कि मैं आपको सिखाना पसंद करूंगी कि फ्लेम के क्या क्या पार्ट्स होते हैं, तो मैंने कैंडल को लिया है. So here comes the diagram of flame. Children, you might be little much critical about the diagram because I am just not good in drawing. Yes, this is my drawback, that I am bad in drawing. But still I have tried to draw it. Please don't criticize it much when you see the diagram. So this is the candle, and then you can here see that the candle has a wick. This is your wick of the candle. Means the candle burns, and what burns, that is your fuel, and what fuel, it is your wax, and wax is taking the support of the wick. Wick means that thread which we keep inside the candle, a cotton thread, and the wick absorbs the wax, and when we fire the candle the wax melts. So it is a, you can say, combined chain. When the melting is also going on, so solid to liquid is a physical change, and the burning is also going on. So burning is always a chemical change. So that is why the burning of a candle is taken as the combined chain, where we can get to see hand in hand together physical and chemical changes. And this is a very good example. So children, the different parts of the flame I have tried to explain with this not so good diagram. I am criticizing myself only. I accept my flaws. So you have fired the candle. As soon as you are firing the candle starts burning, and when the candle burns, then it melts, the wax melts because it has low melting point. And when the wax melts, then it starts, after the melting liquid, it converts into gas, means it starts vaporizing. When it vaporizes, as I have told you, that what is inflammable means that will burn with flame, and what will burn with flame, which vaporizes before burning. So the vapor part will catch the fire, that vapor part will look like a flame when it is burning. So this is the vapor part which is burning here. Vaporized wax is burning, and that is your looking like a flame, or it is flame, I will say. So you can see that the outermost part of the flame is looking bluish in color, and that is hardly visible from our eye, and that part is called hottest zone or non-luminous. Non-luminous means what, children? Non-luminous means which does not glow, which does not have any glow, or outer zone also, because it is the outermost part of the zone, and hottest zone also because this gives the maximum temperature. You can see the temperature given by this part of the candle is 1400 degrees Celsius. Now I will tell you the reason behind all these names taken together, and I have given you the idea of all the names, but I will tell you the reason also behind these names. What happens in the outermost part of the flame that it gives such maximum temperature, children? Because the maximum temperature is given only by the complete burning. So why here the complete burning takes place, complete combustion takes place? Because this is the outermost part which is in the direct contact of air. So air is in the contact of the vaporized wax, and that is burning because it has already gained an ignition temperature, because we have fired the candle and it needs oxygen to burn, and oxygen is coming flame directly to it, so there is an unlimited supply of oxygen to this part of the flame, and that is why all the vaporized wax burns completely and gives very high temperature, that is your 1400 degrees Celsius around. So this is the hottest zone, you can say, or it does not look very clearly from our eyes because it blends with the surrounding, and this is the non-luminous zone, that is why we call it non-luminous, or blue zone because its color is bluish, that's why, and hottest zone because the temperature given by this part is hot maximum, and due to this the reason is the complete combustion. Now I am moving towards the beautiful part of the flame which is visible from our naked eye, and that is called the visible fire, and that is your middle zone or yellow zone or moderately hot zone. Children, this is color of the fire. You can understand that how the fire looks beautiful because of this golden yellow color. So this zone of the candle has orangish yellow color. Different shades of orange and yellow you will find here. And but this is fire, visible fire. But this fire is not the hottest fire. Hottest fire is that which is not much visible. This fire is less more visible, but it is not hottest fire. Why it is not hottest fire? Because here the complete combustion does not take place. What happens that the vapors which are wax vapors get burnt in the outermost zone completely, so the maximum of the oxygen is used up by the outermost zone of the candle where the wax is directly in the contact of air. Slowly the air moves in. Naturally the air moves in after the much consumption of oxygen by the outermost zone. So there will be a deficiency of oxygen in the middle zone or the yellow zone, and due to which what happens, the lots of carbon particles remains unburned because of the scarcity of oxygen in this zone, and due to which this is hot also. So in the high temperature, this carbon particles start glowing. They give a glow, and that glow is your yellow glow or the color of the fire, and this is actually the reason behind it, that why the color of the fire glows. The glows because not because of the high temperature, but glows because of the incomplete combustion. The carbon particles remain unburnt and they start glowing in the fire, and the temperature that is found here is your around 800 degrees Celsius, I'm sorry, which is your not the hot as high as your blue zone, but it is much less, around 600 degrees Celsius. You can see that the temperature is falling because of the incomplete combustion. Much of the carbon vapor remains unburnt here. Now try to see closely the innermost part of the zone. The innermost part of the zone is called inner zone or cold zone, or here you will find the unburnt wax vapors. Unburnt wax vapors, why? Because children, here no combustion will take place, because whatever oxygen was coming in the after getting used up in the blue zone was coming in the yellow zone, and in the yellow zone all of the oxygen has been utilized, but the oxygen remained insufficient in the yellow zone. That is why the complete combustion could not have taken place, and the color is your fire color, or because of the glow of the unburnt carbon particle. But when you will go inside the zone, you will see the inner part of the zone, you will find total darkness there, because no combustion takes place, because no air is supplied to the innermost part of the flame, and you know that without air nothing can burn. So this is best example to understand that in the contact of all the two zones, this zone remains unburned because it has ignition temperature, it has fuel, but it does not has oxygen. So it gives us best experience to understand that oxygen plays how much important role in the combustion, children. So this is the cold zone also, because of the no combustion takes place. Now this is roughly I have told, you can say that I tried to give you good idea about the three zones, but one more zone that you will not find in your NCERT or any other book that I am going to tell you is that zone which is your the part between, here you can see the part between candle candle fire and the candle where the candle begins. There is a you can see gap between the there is a gap between the candle flame of the candle and the candle. You will, when you will see very carefully with concentration, you will find that there is a gap between the flame and the candle, and this gap is what here also complete combustion takes place. Here also complete combustion takes place. Why? Because the unburned carbon particles which remained in the dark zone and which remained in the your yellow zone is falling down, and when it comes here it is already hot, but here there is a gap. So in this gap air enters, and when it will get the air, then it will burn, and it will burn completely. So this is also bluish zone only, and this also gives the temperature very high, around 1200 degrees Celsius. This is my you can say explanation over the or discussion over the flames, parts of the flame, children. So I hope that you might have got the right idea about it. So here you can see that I have separately discussed all the three parts of the flame, that is your inner part, middle part and outer part. Read it carefully, and if you are getting any problem in it, just send me the question. It will be solved definitely.